What's up, guys? Welcome back to another This Week in Gaming video. E3 has come and gone. I've done recap videos on the press conferences, so if you want to check those out, make sure to head over to my channel. But there are a few other things I wanted to talk about in this week's episode of This Week in Gaming, so let's get right into it. So during Nintendo's Direct at E3, one of the new games they announced was Super Mario Party. It looks like it's going to be a really cool Mario Party game for the Nintendo Switch, and I think it will work perfectly on the console. One of the big questions everybody had was, will there be an online mode for this game? And Nintendo answered that saying, yes, there will be an online mode called Online Mario-Thon, which will set you up with other players where you can take part in 5 mini games. And throughout these mini games, the player who has the highest score at the end will be the winner of the online Mario-Thon, and there will be a ranking system and a leaderboard. But you won't be able to play the main game online. It will just be the online Mario-Thon. So it is a good thing that they have an online component, but it kind of sucks you won't be able to play the main board game online. One of the big absent games at this year's E3 was Final Fantasy VII Remake. It was absent from the Square Enix press conference and throughout all of E3. So everybody was wondering what is going on with this game, because as we know, throughout the entire year we've heard so many problems with the development, how it's slow, how they're needing to hire more people. So we don't know what's going on. It sounds like they haven't even started, or they're not too far in development. However, the director of the game, Tetsuya Nomura, has confirmed that the game is deep in development, saying this: it's not just in the early concept stages, we are actually in development. He also went on to explain how he is working on the game and how he has to split time between Kingdom Hearts 3, which is due out in January, and Final Fantasy VII Remake, saying this: so right now I've been putting 100% into Kingdom Hearts and 100% into Final Fantasy VII and 100% into Kingdom Hearts, and going back and forth. So this definitely sounds like one of the big reasons why this game is going to take a long time to come out, because the main director of the game is switching time between Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy VII Remake. So my hunch is that when Kingdom Hearts 3 is finally launched and everybody can play it, he will be able to put his entire self into Final Fantasy VII Remake, and we will start to see a lot more about this game. So during E3, the only news we got about next generation consoles was that Microsoft, Phil Spencer, made a quick little tidbit, little announcement at the end of the conference that they are in fact working on the next generation of Xbox consoles. That's all he said. There was no more information on that. It's very vague. We don't know what this means, if they will show it off at the next E3 when we will be getting these consoles, but that's all we got. Nothing came from Sony's camp. We don't know anything on the PlayStation 5. However, there was a very interesting report in Forbes this week that talked about the PlayStation 5 and the architecture of the system. The report emerged saying that AMD's upcoming Navi architecture has been designed specifically for the PlayStation 5. Now, this report comes from Forbes, who has access to industry insiders who wanted to stay anonymous, but they did say that the Navi architecture is being made specifically for the PlayStation 5, and that almost 2/3 of the engineering team was sent over to work on the project. Now, this went against the chief architect's Rajo Koduri's wishes, and he is now at Intel. So this is very interesting. So Sony must have really struck a huge deal with AMD. However, AMD also works on the Microsoft architecture, so they have to balance both. But it looks like this will be information for the upcoming PlayStation 5, and we will probably see more about this console in next year's E3, specifically now that we know that they are definitely working on the architecture for the system. So that's your news. Just wanted to go over a couple of other little items besides E3 that happened this week. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to this channel, and I'll catch you in the next video.